IKON self-level DX7s. First step, set up your switch settings. Seen on here, switch type. Sorry, switch select. I go to mix auxiliary 2 setup, which on a DX7s would be that switch. 0 for normal, 1 for self level. Once you get that set up, go ahead and click yes and get out of there. Now we'll get back to the header. Good to go. Here it is. My setup. 0 meaning bank 3, self level on bank 1. As I flick the switch, you see it. There it is. Self level, normal. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Self level, I got sport setup, and on normal, I have it on 3D. Self level, of course, is governor check and auto level checked. Normal mode, just governor. Okay, now on to, let me show you what this wash does like when it's not programmed correctly. If not set up correctly, and you switch from normal to mode, let me get that to 0 pitch, and you switch from normal mode to self level and not set up correctly, this is what you get. That we don't want. See that? Normal mode. Normal mode. Self level. Normal mode. Self level. Now this is where we go into the advanced setup. Once we get on there, now remember where your bank setup is at. On mine I got 1 for self level and 3 for normal mode. Governor stability. 0, 25, 0, 0. Normal mode. On setup 1, which is self level, made different now. Make sure the governor is checked and use auto levels checked. 45 degrees, usually it's how fast it rolls if you're inverted back to hover mode. 45 degrees, I find it pretty good for my Goblin I'm using a Radix V2. It's kind of a heavy blades. So 45 is perfect with me. You guys could try something different. The higher the number, the faster the roll. You might want to see this 25 for auto level gain, aileron, elevator, angle for hover, and angle for hover. Usually if you're not set up, it'd probably be something like this. As you can see, if I switch from normal to single level, self level, it normal, self level does that. Now these numbers, which is 10 and 5, those are the parameters you must play with. So since I know what my number is, now usually if you're on the 10 or 5, which is a positive, and 10 meaning aileron is going up, you must give a negative to go back down. On the elevator, you must give it, if on 5 it's going down, you must give it negative to go up. Kind of vice versa on this one here. So if you look at aileron, which was 15, I believe, let's say I give it 5, and then on elevator I'll go to, let's say, 2. Click anywhere. Now get back to your swash plate. Watching this. See that? Now it doesn't move as much as before. Now let's get back to over here and change these parameters again. Let me go to the negative side. Let's go to 0. Where's my mouse? Okay. Let's put it both at 0 and see what that does. Be sure to click work for me. Click somewhere else at the time you change parameters. Let's see what 0 does. Barely moves now. That's normal. Self level, both at 0. Now let's try different parameters now. I remember my numbers here, so I will go at negative 1.5 on my aileron and negative 6.5 on elevator. Be sure to click some. Come on, really? Negative 6.5 on elevator. Got that? Now let's see what that parameter does. Normal mode. Self level mode. That barely moves. Ain't that awesome? Now that is something you want to play with. It goes by points, so 1.5, 1.0 makes a big difference. Now I always do this on pre-test before flight, just like how you do your tail and swash movement, and this works perfect for me. Now remember, 45, that right there, maximum angle degree, 45. How fast your heli will get back to hover from invert. 45 works well for my blades. It might be different from you guys. Those parameters you must play with now. Auto level gains 25. I had no problems with that. Negative 1.5 for aileron and 6.5 elevator. That works for me. Might differ from you guys. So play with those parameters and we'll go from there. Thank you.